Hey, good evening, everybody. We are here to watch Red Sun from 1971, the Franco-Italian, American, no, British, English, Norwegian. No, I'm joking. Franco-Italian spaghetti western film by Terence Young, starring Charles Bronson and a cast of characters who we'll get into, a cast of actors that we'll get into. I really enjoyed. I was watching this earlier on for the first time. I really enjoyed this, and I'm so lucky to be joined by the authority on the internet of anything Charles Bronson. I was going to say of anything Ursula Andress. It's it's Jeff 101 Bronson. Jeff, how you doing?
Oh, thank you, man. I'm doing well. You're being too kind. I am not just. I don't really consider myself an expert. I'm a very passionate enthusiast, but by no means an expert. I know quite a bit, but I'm not going to say I know everything. But no, thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah.
And that's why everybody likes you, Jeff, because you're that gosh darn modest. Whereas I'd just be like, I know shitloads about Charles Bronson. Suck it, everybody else.
Yeah, I know quite a bit, but I'm not going to say I know everything, because I don't think anybody really can know everything unless you're really like Charles Bronson, one of the people that work with him. Like, I really think just, a casual fan or passionate fan, just, I don't think you can know everything. You know as much as you can kind of remember, I guess. But yeah.
Well, that's it. And as I know, as you get older, the things that you remember get less and less. Like I used to just know, like, and maybe it's the way we consume things as well. Like I used to say, get a movie magazine and then read that magazine like 30, 40 times until the next month when the next one would come. So things would be like in my brain. Whereas now it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like things are quite transient. So it might be that because you got into these things at a relatively young age, they'll be the only things you remember. But like, when you're in your 70s, you won't remember anything other than Charles Bronson fights.
God, I hope not. There's going to be a few more bits I'll remember when I'm that
age. But, yeah, that would be a bit strange. It would be a bit strange. It'd just be like, or possibly something would go awry and you would think you were Charles Bronson. That would be the.
I do sometimes have a little bit of an identity crisis where I do voices and they just stay in there, just like so.
Sadly, this isn't a Michael Winner film, so I can't do my one impression.
No, but there was a Michael Winner film this year. It came out at Bronson also. No, I think actually it was a little year after this, but he was working on that film while this one was being filmed as well. It's called Cheo's Land, which is the first one he did with Michael Winner, which was also a Euro Western, just like this one. So.
Oh, we'll have to watch that one together then.
We could have almost gone for that one, but yeah.
Yeah, we could.
This isn't Michael. This is Terence Young, a famous Bond director. So yeah.
Yeah, and when I said British earlier on, I was only kind of half joking because the director, as you say, is British. He directed Dr. No and From Russia with Love,
Thunderball. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously. Best known for Red Sun.
Well, he did 3 films for Bronson, actually. He did 3 Bond films, but he also did 3 Bronson films. This is the second of 3, actually. The first one he did was a year before, which was, don't pay attention, this title's a German Blu-ray, but Cold Sweat from 1970, with also James Mason in it as well. This is by Terence Young. This was the first one he did, and then they followed up the next year in 1972 with the Valachi Papers by Terence Young.
That's on my watch. That's on my watch list. The first one, I wasn't aware of.
It's Bronson without the mustache. Look at that.
What's going on? He's naked. Naked face. Welcome to everybody who's watching. Who's in the chat there. Words and Pictures, Old Movie Mike, Mr. Dan, all discerning movie watchers.
How's it going, guys? Yeah.
I'll tell you what's really interesting when I was looking at the cast, and we'll get into this as we go because we probably need to start the film, otherwise
we're going to be here a long. It's 2 hours, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'll set up and we'll press play, and then we'll talk on the other side. How about that?
All right. Just
okay.
Say the word. Yeah.
Okay, guys. When you see play, press play if you're watching with us now or in the future if you're a time traveler. Literally forgot to press play. I was just thinking about Alain Delon.
Which is also the second film that Bronson did with him. They did a film before in 1968. It's called Farewell Friend. I got that on a double feature DVD. There we go.
Oh.
And also I got that again on a German Blu-ray as well. So Bronson and Alain Delon. Yeah. Farewell Friend.
Nice.
Also known as Honor Among Thieves. There's a few titles for it. It's a European film as well.
I think Honor Among Thieves is what I think it's on Prime. I think I saw that on Prime. Yeah.
Could be. There's a few definitely on Tubi. I think there's plenty of Bronson films on Tubi. So yeah.
Interesting. The one film that I've always wanted to see, and I've just ordered it after watching this. I've always wanted to see the French take on The Talented Mr. Ripley that Alain Delon was in.
Ah, yes.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Something like is it Purple Noon? Maybe Purple Noon.
Probably has a few titles if it's European film.
Yeah. This is it. It's hard to. I think it's Purple Noon, and I ordered it earlier on. I finally looked for a copy of it. I think it was like a region 1 because I was like, I love The Talented Mr. Ripley. I love the original. I'm not the original. I love the American Matt Damon one of it. Matt Damon, and I was like, oh, I'd love to see this, and see what Alain Delon made it because he's the Tom Ripley part.
Yeah.
So yeah, because he in a way, I don't know if you'd agree with this. This is a strange one, isn't it? Because it's almost Bronson is. You could see the parts switched. You could see Bronson being the bad guy and Alain Delon, the handsome Alain Delon, kind of going and but I don't know whether he wouldn't be able to do the humor side of it. I don't think because of the language barrier. I don't think he's got that subtle because there's quite a bit of sort of sarcasm and dark humor in this that Bronson does really, really well. That I don't think Alain Delon would do. But in terms of looks, if it was just based on what they look like, you could switch those two parts.
Oh yeah. Conventionally speaking, you would say that Alain Delon is the lead. He's the good guy, and yeah, you kind of see Bronson as more of a bad guy. But yeah, this was in the middle of Bronson's very kind of a hot streak of his European career. Like he started like in the late '60s. He went to Europe and he did films like I just mentioned, Farewell Friend, Honor Among Thieves, Once Upon a Time in the West, of course. That was a big one. Those kind of made him really big in like France and Italy and stuff. And then he followed on with like I said, the other Terrence Young films and this one. This is kind of in the middle of that European period where it's very, very popular, becoming very much a box office star in Europe. So, and of course, this is like 2 years before he returned like to the US with films like The Mechanic, and even The Mechanic was filmed in parts of Europe as well. But this was definitely Bronson was already becoming a star, so I don't think Bronson would have agreed to be the villain at this point. Like he was kind of taking these roles to help further his image as the good guy, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more personality. Do you know what makes me laugh about this is how quickly the words come and go on here. It's like loads of information, and the first bit goes after about 3 seconds. You're like, "Whoa, hold on, I'm not finished reading that." It's hardly Star Wars speed.
Yeah, this text of info dumping. Yeah, true.
Yeah, it gives us some pretty quick. I do love train films. I love. Enclosed space films. I love films like Horror Express and Terror Train and
the director did a great one, From Russia with Love. Like when I think of From Russia with Love, I think of the Orient Express. So
yeah. There's the one with I'm trying to think what it's called, where the two guys and they're like one's a criminal, one's I can't think what it's called, and it explodes. Spoiler, whatever it is, it explodes at the end. But most of them do. It might have been Runaway Train. Yeah, is that with John? Is John Voight in that?
John Voight, yeah, and Eric Roberts. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's the one. I watched that.
Film. Yeah.
Yeah, I like films like that. There's, the sort of more modern ones, unless there's sort of the Asian versions of those are always really good. They tend to do good films. I didn't really like the Brad Pitt thing, Bullet Train. I thought that was done pretty poorly. But I like the kind of because there's loads of Japanese and loads of Japanese films that are set on bullet trains without being called Bullet Train, and that are really, really good. And then add a bit of snow into that, and then I'm on board.
Oh, then I got a good one for you also with Bronson. In 1975, he did a murder mystery on a train called Breakheart Pass, which takes place on a train and goes through snowy environments and stuff. And definitely recommend that one as well.
That's one that I was thinking. The actual Bullet Train, I did buy that one. I think maybe Arrow did. Bullet Train with Sonny Chiba. There's some like silly stuff at the beginning of it, and then there's some really good action in it. The silly stuff is fun, silly stuff, not just like. I do like train film. I like a kind of enclosed
Mr. Dan already mentioned Breakheart Pass there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. And Sean, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. Yeah.
So there's
is that a new picture again, Sean? Yeah, it is. It's Clint Eastwood there.
He's very, very laid back in this, but like he definitely smiles quite a lot. There's a lot of wry smiles.
Kind of more. It's a more kind of off kilter Bronson. It's not like the usual stoic. He's
He shows some
wisecracking and stuff. Yeah.
He shows some, like, obviously there's moments where he just like slaps Ursula Andress and stuff, but there's moments where he's actually quite tender with her or open to her being like, do you know what I mean? Like he shows a tiny bit of vulnerability, which is unusual to see, unusual to see him do. I quite like that. The only time I really noticed that was in the sort of later Death Wish ones where he's looking older and feeling a bit, you know, like a bit, and he's got like, you know. He seems a bit more like the kind of person you saw who maybe helps out in the library but used to be a real tough guy, you know, that kind of character. But there's some vulnerability in this, and I think this is a really cool look. I think the hair and the hat is really cool in it.
Yeah, it's great. He's a bit of a lovable rogue in this one, for sure.
Yeah, and the stuff with the in the later on, obviously we'll get to it, but where he's in the brothel, there's some really funny stuff in there, and the way he interacts with them all is really smart writing, and he plays it perfectly, and it's really weird as well. As I was watching it, I was thinking, man, back in the if we were to believe films, brothels were kept absolutely spotless, and every woman in there was just absolutely stunning. There was no contagious diseases or, you know, no herpes or anything like that.
Especially in the 1800s, right? Amazing.
It wasn't like there's only Deadwood that kind of shows, but even Deadwood, the prostitutes, a lot of them are quite stunning still.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But somebody needs to make like a cowboy film that's like. I mean, they have done. I'm sure there's ones where things are a little bit more gritty. They just don't come to mind instantly. But
I know the film, the cult film Django from 1966. That kind of has not such pretty prostitutes, I'd say, for lack of a better word. Yeah. That kind of it's like, okay, I can believe that those are the kind of gals that'll be working in a very small town that's kind of deserted. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah.
There's a bit in Young Guns where there's some guys and they're old fellows, old cowboys, they're playing cards, and they have to go and bring them in or go and shoot them or something, and Billy and a few of the others, they fall in the sort of stream of crap around the building. And I remember that struck me as a kid as like, oh, that's probably what it was like. I never thought about this. Like the plumbing side of things was not amazing.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a good film. I think maybe that at a certain age, I think Young Guns might have been the film that I'd seen more than any other film. I think at a certain point in my life, I might have seen that. I think I could probably watch it now and quote, like, say the lines along with it probably still. Yeah, mining, town, brothel, they're always dirty.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience there, obviously. I kid.
That's usually actually the spaghetti westerns that really kind of got that whole thing going of like, well, actually these old towns in the 1800s, they weren't that clean as you see in like your old John Wayne films and stuff. Like, spaghetti westerns really introduced a kind of slimy, gritty, like muddy kind of towns and stuff.
Yeah. I guess like Unforgiven as well is a bit like that, but
yeah, but Western,
but just in terms of Western, yeah. but like as well, I think that the ones that are filmed in very, very hot places, you can almost see the film sweating. It's like it does. You can just kind of get that through the picture.
Yeah,
Even
which films like this is a perfect example of this. Yeah, just like you rightfully point out, like earlier in the introduction, this is kind of like a spaghetti western. It's more like a Euro western, because if it was spaghetti western, it should have been directed by an Italian. But yeah, it's a Euro western, but they shot it in Spain, just like all the spaghetti westerns. So I can see why people always like, hey, this looks and smells and breathes like a spaghetti western. Must be one. But no, it's shot in Almeria, Spain, which is like a very, very hot piece of desert. And yeah, you can definitely kind of feel that with these.
Yeah, films, you can see the sky as well. Like definitely. It's funny. I was thinking about when I was watching this. I was thinking of Shanghai Noon.
Yeah, I was just thinking the forerunner of that. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the first East meets West kind of westerns. One of the very first big ones. Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, because they you know, I'm imagining most people who are watching this with us have seen this before. Like, there is a sort of grudging buddy element to it. Which is quite nice, and obviously they have their moments. It just makes me laugh that in films when somebody dies but you still fulfill their wishes, then everything's okay.
Yeah.
But I always think, but not for the person who's dead.
It's about the honor. It's about the honor.
Yeah. It's like I fulfilled his destiny, or I made his promise come true, or like you say, I fulfilled the honor of this. But you know, we'll say it quietly, but the guy's dead.
Well, sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah, true. It's funny. It's never going to be Bronson. Not in this case.
No, not in this one. No. So there might be one or two instances, but
not in this case. It's funny because the idea that there's a couple of things we need to sort out in this film. There's swords, there's gold, there's romantic entanglements. There's not just like one thing. Like Bronson's got a lot on
process. Yeah, we've got everything in this film. Yeah.
He's got a lot on his case.
We got a stolen samurai sword. We got all that stuff.
Yeah. Is the 4K of this available an arrow soon? Then
I was going to say as well. We picked the perfect time because it's coming out this week.
How strange!
Yeah,
how strange. Because I was looking earlier on to see if they were. Because actually, the version that's on Amazon that I got from this like pack of films is really, really grainy. I wouldn't normally notice. Like I literally watched an old black and white Hammer film earlier on, and it was better than this. And I was like, oh, they've not done anything to it. It just looks visibly. Yeah. I noticed it being visibly grainy. It's just not a bad thing, but just it was just noteworthy because I was like, oh right, I wonder if there's a 4K. So I went online to have a look, but I only looked on eBay because I thought, well, if there has been, it's probably been done by now. I didn't realize it was coming out this week.
Yeah, no, Arrow was putting it out this week in the US. There have been UK ones last year, I think, or 2 years ago from Studio Canal. And I'm watching this on my old German Blu-ray as of now, but I have ordered that Arrow Video 4K, so that's coming my way soon, hopefully.
I don't buy many 4K films. There's two that one I've ordered and one that I've. No. What was it? Oh, so I got Speed Racer on 4K because I was like, I want, like, I really think like I want to watch things that visually I imagine before I even put them on. I know it's going to be incredible to see in 4K. So I thought Speed Racer would be one of those. I've got a couple of others, and then as I was going through them, most of them the only one that I would love to be on 4K that isn't is The Assassination of Jesse James.
Oh yes, that would be a good one on 4K.
Yeah, and I'm shocked that it isn't, because it was one of the first Blu-rays that I bought specifically on Blu-ray because of the way it looked.
Yeah,
and I just thought, because somebody at university said this to me. I remember saying it to me. He just went, "You will never see a more visually beautiful film. Like every frame in the film is a painting." And then I went down a kind of Roger Deakins wormhole, and it was my wife that said to me, she was like, "Oh, one of her favorite films is 1917, and I didn't even realize that he did that. So I was like, obviously, No Country for Old Men and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and all of those are Roger Deakins. It's just an incredible. I'd love someone to do like a book, like a big art book of certain frames from all of his films that he's been the cinematographer on. That would be incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that because there's a lot of great images from his films that he shot to choose from. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I've not had the things up, but yes, Mike. There's there's a good collection of badasses here. I guess Alain Delon is the least badass because he's a bit of a sort of French pin-up idol, really. But he does a good job. You have to have a little bit of a handsome dude in there as well, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You got to. So TV Nash. This is the film that got.
Oh, hey, Stephen. Yeah.
That got him into those actors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we should talk about Toshiro Mifune because he's definitely the OG badass. Like, as you know, a lot of westerns like taken from Japanese films, like Fistful of Dollars, is actually Yojimbo, the Japanese samurai film from Kurosawa. That one starred Toshiro Mifune. Of course, yeah, Toshiro Mifune was in the original Magnificent Seven, the Seven Samurai. And that was the Magnificent Seven. Bronson was in that, so there's a connection there. And now they're together. So yeah, Toshiro Mifune is like the original badass, man. Like if it wasn't for him, like we wouldn't have like Fistful of Dollars, we wouldn't have Bronson and Magnificent Seven. We owe a lot to Toshiro Mifune for sure. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like looking at when they were born. So like Charles Bronson was born in 21, and Mifune was born in 1920. Ursula Andress is born in 1936.
And she's, as of now, I think the only living cast member still. I think she's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah. Alain Delon was 1935, so he was a bit younger than the other gentleman, a little bit more sprightly.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, it's Ursula Andress is funny in this one because she screams so much and she calls him names all the time, and it's like it's like trying to kind of. I can see what they're doing. They're trying to have this kind of like cowboy version of a kind of banter back and forth, and it's funny because at some points he's only comfortable when she's abusing him and calling him names and stuff like he starts to worry when she's nice to him.
Yeah, well, as it turns out, for good reason, because as soon as he does let his guard down, something happens. So
yeah. And it's got that classic thing that I love and I never get sick of, which is where somebody gets your gun off you and then you start walking towards them and they do the thing and you've already taken the bullets out.
Yeah.
Like I always say, it just shows like a sort of, it tells you so much about a character in such a short little thing. It's like, this person isn't an idiot. They have already worked out and you can't be manipulated. And they're always thinking one step ahead,
Yeah, perfect example in Die Hard when he gives Alan Rickman the gun and then, you think I was fucking stupid, Hans? No bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
That famous bit, yeah.
It's great, that, isn't it? It's great that when somebody does that because, like, again, it just shows a bit of worldliness of someone. They've lived a bit, and you don't have to have them sitting down and telling a 3-hour story about why they've become such a grizzled person. We work that out through the things they do.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Having said that, it's not. I was going to say if they did sit down and have another half an hour of him, this would be a 2-hour and 2.5 hour thing. Yeah. Her swearing's quite funny because obviously she's got that kind of Euro, like I think she's Swiss, isn't she? But she's like got this kind of the thing she says doesn't sound like the things she'd say. So
I would imagine, just like many other European films, that this would have been post-dubbed. Obviously, they would have done the voices afterwards. So I guess that could have something to do with it as well. Yeah.
Maybe there's a bit of like kind of disconnect from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, you asshole, you.
But this is actually her real voice, unlike Dr. No. Of course, famously in Dr. No, she was dubbed.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was how I
I
found out she was up. This was the first film I saw her in where it was a real voice. I was like, that's what she sounds like. Cool. Yeah.
I can kind of understand why they, not in a bad way, but I can understand why they dubbed her then. Not.
Oh yeah, Doctor No was about 10 years earlier than this. So it was probably her first English-speaking thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine her accent would have been much thicker as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it might be that too. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. And again, it's I was watching the last Dirty Dozen TV movie where the train blows up at the end, and I was like, however, I remember reading about that. One of the facts about that was that they put too much in the charges, and all of the houses nearby of all the local people all exploded.
Oh, one of those. Okay,
yeah. I don't think this happened here because I think they're pretty isolated.
No, but as we kind of bring it around to Terrence Young, we did Thunderbolt. That's a similar story did happen on Thunderbolt when they explode the boat at the end of the film. When they returned to Nassau in the Bahamas, like a couple of miles from the ocean, where they were, all the fucking windows on Main Street, they were blown out. It's They used such a heavy explosive on that boat when they blew it up. Yeah.
Well, it really does carry. It really carries the vibration and noise. Like I live about a 40-minute drive from like an army firing range, and certain times of day you hear a bang and everything shakes a little bit. They send out times when they're doing it so that you know, and like, but all the local dogs start barking around here. It's mad, really, because it's like I say, it'd take quite a while to drive there. But you feel at first I thought it was just somebody really loudly shutting their garage door, like an up and over door. But no, it was cannons. You can only walk a certain distance down the beach on the days they're doing it. However, one year there was like a race, like a marathon kind of thing where you're on you swim and you cycle and you run. Is that a triathlon? Maybe it's a
triathlon. Yeah, triathlon.
Yeah. Shows how much I know about exercise. But the guy was swimming and the shells. He was like filming himself and he was like, "Oh shit, what was that?" And he went over his head and it was like one of the shells. So yeah. It's funny that nobody had told them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sometimes there'll be the odd bit of debris found on local beaches, like glowy stuff from the shells, and this one guy picks them up and put it in his pocket, and it just burned through his pocket.
Yeah.
Not the smartest thing
for a bit, so you got to be careful with that.
Yeah. It's just funny to think that there are people like. Well, isn't there a link to what's he called? Landis. John Landis, doesn't he have a non-speaking part or something?
Yes, that's very possibly. He was around in Europe. He also was actually, I think, one of the stuntmen on Once Upon a Time in the West, believe it or not. So he was actually in the European film business at this point.
He's the last guy you want as a stuntman.
Yes, like one of very little minor non-speaking role, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd rather he be a stuntman and injure himself than be in charge and mindlessly cause damage to other human beings. Yeah, but not like got
something with a helicopter, maybe. Okay,
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, he's not got the greatest family track record in terms of thinking about other people. So yeah, it's weird though. When I saw his name pop up related to this, I was like, "Fuck, that guy's here," and he said everything.
Yeah. Like I said, he was around the European circuit at this point. So
right, that's a bit like Charles Band. He was like always on Italian film sets and stuff as a young man.
A couple of Italian films like Spaghetti. I think the Hellbenders from '67.
His dad.
That's what
his dad. Yeah, I think it was like his dad. That was his dad. And
was that Charles Band?
Yeah, and then like.
Now we gotta check. Yeah.
that's why he set up later on as an adult. He set up his studio in Italy because he spoke fluent Italian and he loved being there. And he got Dino De Laurentiis' studios and house, like a big chateau. And it's his audiobook's really interesting. But he was on some amazing sets. I imagine he was on quite a lot of spaghetti westerns, like you say. Hey, Don Night Owl, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Don.
Don was here supporting me when I was talking about the UK office the other day. He was on. Yeah. I've had a weird run with weird comments from people, and Don was.
Yeah,
Don
I saw your post earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was just the latest one, but I had one during that, and I didn't have any patience with the person, and Don backed me up, which is pretty cool. It's you can be my wingman any day, Don.
Well, just wait till you get the comments on this one. Show the damn film instead, you dumbass. That's what I always get when I do one.
Yeah. Like, what's this? What's this?
It's
shit?
like, dude, just buy a Blu-ray instead of trying to find on YouTube, you cheapskate. Yeah.
And like if it says, we are watching this film.
Yeah. It says it clearly in the title, in the thumbnail, in the description. It says it everywhere that this is not the full film. This is a watch point, but still, you get those dumbasses. Yeah.
What was it you said before? You said I'm going to change the title to. What did you didn't say? You didn't say passionate fan, did you? What did you say? Charles Bronson.
Oh, Enthusiast.
Enthusiast. There we go. Yeah. That involves me checking my spelling though. Enthusiast. The problem is when I'm typing, I always second guess myself. When I'm writing down with pencil and paper, I don't. It won't let me change the title while we're doing the video, so I'm afraid you're an expert.
Of course not.
Yeah, I'm going to change it. Yeah, you're going to be an expert.
I'm not a self-proclaimed expert. Then.
No, I'm proclaiming him. I'm yeah. Compared to me, you are. So therefore, you're an expert. I can be. What could I be an expert in? I'm an expert in things nobody needs experts in. I think a lot of that stuff. It's like no one's like, oh, a low expert.
Well, I'm sure you know more about Hammer films than me, so
possibly, maybe Hammer, probably Amicus.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the stuff that I was really passionate about when I was a kid was like stuff that was pretty. Everyone else was in, like Transformers, He-Man, Star Wars, Police Academy, Star Trek, Rocky, Rambo. As an adult, the things that I've really got into, maybe a bit before an adult for Hammer and things like that, but maybe like I really like Paul McCartney. I would say I know quite a lot about Paul McCartney. I've listened to a lot of books about him and read a lot about him. But then there's certain films that stand out that I just absolutely love that I would say I know quite a bit about. But I would say I'm probably someone who has these periods of intense, like, things that I follow. That's how my brain works. And I'm really into them for a long period of time. And then something else pops up. And I'm still like those things. I don't just drop them completely. But, like, I have these... So it would be hard for me to have, like, a niche. It would definitely be hard for me to have a niche, which is how
you're kind of like the genre cinema of Italy in the Italy in the 60s and 70s, where they would find these fads, these trends, and it's like, oh, we're just going to do westerns now. Okay, westerns aren't working. We're doing crime films. We're doing giallos.
I think I'd be a good production head who's just like trying to keep his finger on the pulse of what's going on. But I was going to say, like, I don't have a niche, which is how Sean Connery says niece.
Yes.
My niche. Have you met my niche?
My niche.
Mish meshy pushy.
Actually, about tennis.
I watched a really interesting Sean Connery thing at a film festival I went to. It was an advert that he did for milk. I don't know if you've seen that. For
milk?
Yeah, it's all action packed, but he's selling milk. Yeah, they had it on the big screen. It was so funny. I think I filmed it. I think I started filming it like on my phone because I was like, oh, I've got to get this. I'll send it to you.
I got these great cows. They produce some fantastic milk. Superb. Yes.
It's like at the end of it, he's just holding this glass of milk, and I'm thinking, I don't know if you only drink milk, I don't know.
You only drink milk, Mr. Bond.
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred, of course.
Yeah. Especially when he's making the Nesquik. Like he's got to shake it, hasn't he? There's no and stir it. Really, shaken and stirred.
Oh yeah.
Or just stirred.
Well, he has it stirred, and you only live twice, but that was by mistake. So yeah.
Just imagine if he got it, something stirred and not shaken, and he was just like took one taste of it. This has been stirred. Just smashed it on the ground.
Oh, yeah, the little gag, and you only live twice. The guy's like, oh, by the way, that's stirred, not shaken. That was right, wasn't it? And he's just kind of being kind of like, yeah, perfect. Cheers. Yeah, it's kind of like it's not really perfect, but you know, yeah, I'm being nice to you, so yeah.
If he was just like retching, he was just like, oh, I'm gonna be sick. This is disgusting. I can't say. Oh, I can't believe you poisoned me.
Well, he's very specific about what kind of vodka he has. So, like later on, you have the same film. Coincidentally, you only have twice. He has a bottle of something. He's like, oh, let's have a drink. And it's like, yeah, Siamese vodka. It's like, oh, so he draws the line, Siamese vodka. Okay, yeah.
Funny that you mentioned about like, I mean, it was very specific things. I saw a thing online recently of like the riders of comedians and what they want in their dressing room before is unbelievable. Like the types of water, the type of bread and meats, and if they can't get this, they'll have the monetary value of it. And it's like 2 pages full of very, very specific things. Yeah. At least James Bond was relatively low maintenance in that way.
Well, yeah, when it comes to alcohol, he drinks just about anything.
Yeah. If he was just like, make me a sandwich and I want a particular type of bread and cheese from this shop, and so we're in the thing is as well there's moments where it gets a little bit dark. I mean, like in terms of the lighting, and usually it's during their little bonding moments, which are really, really good. I really like their bonding moments. I really like them. It's not wasted time. It's really good character building.
Yeah. Well, for me, these are kind of bright, but that could be the Blu-ray because
okay.
To me, this looks like an obvious kind of day for night shot where it's like just a blue filter over it. Yeah,
that could be right. Yeah. Especially with it being
could be darker on the DVD island. So yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm watching it on the what do you call it? Prime, and it's not the best. It might be the reason why they gave me like four films for £5. But it's I like those. Like I say, I like those moments. Where the Comanches come in as well is so strange because you've got all of this mixture of cultures.
Yeah,
like there's so much going.
Americans by the end as well. It's like, well, where'd that come from? Yeah.
And when the Native Americans come in and they're like going like wild, it's like they make a real distinction between their behavior and everybody else's. Is like they are just like they have no kind of rhyme or reason to what they're just kind of like, whereas everybody else, even the worst people, they all seem to have like an angle, or like you can negotiate, or they want to have a talk with you before they kill you. But I guess that's just part of the way that westerns are, really. In fact, there's a soon near me in the harbour, there's going to be a massive galleon that is a replica of the ones that went to discover the Americas. So I'm looking for next month. I'm going to go and get on board.
Nice.
Have a look. Oh, there he goes down the.
I like that moment. Yeah.
This is like in Hot Rod where he goes down the. Be funny if he just kept going and going.
The thing is, mentioned by the way, that's the music score in this one, the soundtrack by Maurice Jarre, which is it's a really good soundtrack, really good main theme and stuff. It gets kind of play a lot, it's like kind of repetitive, about the film, but it's a good score. I'm not complaining. It's really
that
good.
works sometimes though, doesn't it? Like that kind of, like I was watching Badlands recently, and I was like, there's, that score is, obviously influenced so many others, including True Romance, and it's in the film a lot, but it really works as a kind of motif. And like I say, sometimes that really works well. So what would we know that composer from in other films?
Oh, Maurice Jarre. Didn't he do Lawrence of Arabia? I think that was his music.
Oh wow,
he's done tons of stuff, but I definitely know Lawrence of Arabia for sure.
So that's a soundtrack that my mum and dad owned when I was a kid. So before I'd even seen the film, for some reason, they had weird stuff because they weren't like people who watched, like, were talking about movies and music and stuff, but they had like, say, like a Stevie Wonder album or a book of the artwork from Lawrence of Arabia and things like that. That were just like real weird outliers. But they also had the soundtrack album, the LP of Lawrence of Arabia. It might have won the Oscar.
He definitely did that. He definitely did that. I'm just looking at the IMDb page. Also did Dr. Zhivago, did Ghost, Witness with Harrison Ford. Tons of stuff. He's got like over 180 credits of composing.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Jacob's Ladder, Dead Poets Society, Gorillas in the Mist.
Some big emotional films.
Fatal Attraction. There you go. Yeah.
Wow. He scored the Bunny Being Boiled. The theme from the Bunny Being Boiled.
Oh, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Firefox for Clint Eastwood.
Jeez.
Yeah.
See, Bronson just went for the sort of front drop kick there, very reminiscent of the 2000s independent wrestling scene, and then he does a little sunset flip out, and now we've got a little judo
I like how he just kind of does the takedowns on Bronson. Bronson loses this fight pretty much, like he gets his ass handed to him by Toshiro Mifune, which I like. He's just a cowboy. It would make sense that the Japanese samurai would know some martial art and some fighting and stuff, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Totally, because like looking at his throws there from when I was a kid, I did quite a lot of judo with this guy who was like a blind judo medalist in the Commonwealth the Commonwealth Games. I might have told you about this before, actually. But the throws that he was doing there and the way he was using his hip, was very judo-esque. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had some sort of skill in. Yeah. Because I remember, like, the first time someone showed me how to use someone's weight against themselves, he would let you do it. The guy would let you do it on him as well. So, like, I'm like a 10, 11-year-old kid, and I'm throwing this, like, 30-odd-year-old guy over, and I'm just like, how did I do that? And he's like, well, because I showed you how to do it. I'll let you. I showed you where to put your hip, and I showed you where to put your, your legs and how to set yourself. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I'd go home and I'd be like, trying to find all my friends and like show them how to throw them over. And it'd be just like Bronson and Bronson here. I used to play, to be honest, because I was an only child, I'd rely on very like fun adults to play with me. I had my granddad, or like my sort of step granddad. He was a really fun guy. And we used to play Bonanza, and we used to run around. And he was Big Hoss, and I was Little Joe, and we run around shooting each other. Man, there's nothing better than when you're a kid than pretending to be a cowboy. Like it's just the best. It's getting your imagination. I think there's only that, and maybe like building like a castle or a Lego castle or like a Robin Hood kind of thing with the swords and making your own sword out of cardboard. I think cowboys and knights are the two things that when you're a kid you're just like, this is fucking awesome.
I would love to do like be a part of a western, like have a small part in a western. I just want to be in kind of like kind of grown up make believe, kind of like just like kids. Cowboy. It would be so awesome to be on a set of a western, man.
You could have been in like Danzig's Western.
I could have been in Cynthia's Western if I had a bit more money, but yeah.
Yeah, well, this is it. These days, you can be in things, but you have to have a ridiculous amount. Like I'm in a movie, a horror movie. I'm not going to say the title of it because it's awful. And they cut out the last word I said halfway through me speaking.
All right.
There's brilliant editing. Even if they didn't like my performance, you'd think they'd let me finish the word.
It was kind of cut around that, maybe. Like
yeah. They left everything else in, but the last thing I say, I'm just like, and that's why that, and it's like, but yeah, it's just awful. But yeah. It is. It's Would you if somebody was like to say, "Oh, we want you to be in a West End, but we're going to throw you through the saloon window"? Would you do that?
Yeah, done. Do it. Yeah,
man, that would be pretty good. Or throw you through the sort of the doors out, and into the street because you're drunk.
Yeah, no, I would do the entire fall myself. I wouldn't say a stunt dude for that. Now I would take pride in doing that myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
I was always that way as a kid. I was always throwing myself around, landing on stuff. And
yeah.
I could have easily been a stuntman, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, well, this is it. Yeah. You can do those things when you're a kid. This is the thing. And then there is a point in your life where you start doing stuff that you've always been doing. And you're like, oh, I've injured myself for 3 months. Like, but when you're like in your sort of, I would say, maybe up to like mid-30s, if you're in genuinely decent shape, you're not going to injure yourself too much. But I tell you what, all I have to do is lift something incorrectly now, and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a question I'm going to make a poll in the chat. So, like, if you were in a Western, would you like to be an actor or a stuntman? Stunt person. Right. Let's see. Yes. Option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? It'd have to be actor or stunt person because I can't say yes when it's a 2-option thing. Yeah. This is why I don't do polls. Right, there we go. Start and show. There we go. Got a little poll on the screen there. You can just type 1 or 2 into the chat if you're that way inclined. Get on board. Yeah. I know. My friend was really into sort of Eastern culture. He used to have loads of swords in his room at university.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a samurai sword. It was kind of cool to play with it, but
it's one of those as well, isn't it?
Sharp, I should say. They're very fucking sharp.
Well, he was messing around with somebody. I can't remember what it was, and he cut his face. I can't remember how he did it. But like his hand. I seem to remember him having a bandage on his hand and a bandage. Just like they were messing around. I was thinking, when you're at uni and you're surrounded by other idiots, it's not always the best thing to have a massive sword.
No.
There's your horse, my friend. This is a horse.
Oh, this is a horse. It's the front end. This is the back end.
This is us. This is me.
You're gonna go this way.
This is his first lesson.
Well, yeah, he's never been. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's doing better now. I probably couldn't do that. I would need a few lessons in horse riding before I would do that. But yeah.
Well, if you think about it,
he's love to be in a horse one day. But yeah,
later on, he's going at some speed as well, so he picks it up pretty quick. He's going at some speed and he's hacking at people with a sword at the same time. Hopefully, if you were learning, that it wouldn't make you do that on your first day. It's like, okay, Jeff, so when you get on the horse, okay, now get your sword. Well, hang on, can I not do one at a time?
I don't have a sword, but I have a Rambo knife, so
you could maybe throw it, but you'd obviously, with it being your pride and joy, you'd have to go and get it.
Yeah.
There we go. I love the fact that Bronson just shakes his head like, "What are you doing, giving people money?" Yeah. We're going to remake this film, okay? And it's not Shanghai Noon. Who are we casting as these two?
Robert Bronsky or Robert Kovacs, whatever his name is. Bronson
Yeah,
lookalike, and
that was gonna be my first one, but then I was like, I don't think he'd be able to do the humor side of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
maybe
if somebody can dub him, then maybe. But
yeah, yeah, they could just have him move his lips and like,
yeah,
he's just like this.
Just fix it in post. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not sure what he's going to say, so they just have him just open his mouth lots of times.
Yeah, get enough syllables in there. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. We're off. I love the subtitles. Just went. He exclaims. Exclaim. Subtitles are great. YouTube subtitles are even better because they're.
Oh yeah, I love YouTube subtitles.
Yeah, they usually have no bearing on what's actually happening. Obviously.
Yeah. No, they're hilarious. Yeah.
Sometimes very like unintentionally surreal, and that makes them funny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put
even funnier is when you have a video that's like auto dubbed from a different language. Like it's a German video that's dubbed into English by the AI thing, whatever. That's weird. That's so fucking weird.
I'm going to vote, by the way, just so there's somebody's got, because nobody else has voted.
Oh, hang on. Oh, that's how it works, eh? Okay. There you go, it's a tie.
Well, that's why I went for it. That's why I thought you would do that. I was trying to predict. I'm trying to think what. Oh yeah, we were talking earlier on about movies that aren't in 4K that should be in 4K. I always think cowboy films, particularly because of the landscapes and the way that things look, really do lend themselves to being absolutely beautiful.
They do. Yeah, definitely. I've got fair few of them on 4K. I got the Magnificent Seven. I got that on 4K.
Yeah.
Django, I got it for Once Upon a Time in the West. I got it for the entire Dollars trilogy with Clint Eastwood, Fistful of Dollars, all that stuff. I got quite a few of them on 4K. Yeah, when they're done right, it's amazing. It's great visual treat.
Exactly. That's it. I don't like buy them sort of willy-nilly on 4K, but it has to be something that I really want to see, like that I feel is a visual, like you say, a visual treat.
Yeah.
However, I did order a film on 4K the other day just because it had tons and tons of extra stuff with it as opposed to the Blu-ray. And it had a Blu-ray with it, which was I don't know if you've seen this, the Canadian film called Nirvana, the band, the movie. It's been Nirvana spelled with two N's. So it's essentially like Fight the Conchords, but the film is crossed. It's crossed with Back to the Future as well. There's a lot of Back to the Future elements in it, and I didn't expect to like it because I hadn't watched the web series, I hadn't seen the series, I can't get it in the UK, and it turns out I didn't need to. It was just really funny, really well done. That was the last thing I ordered, actually.
Okay, yeah.
These two, I've just realised that the way it looks to me is that everything they're wearing is both of them are in like black clothing.
Yes.
Obviously, it will get changed because they're in water, but whether that's just my thing that I'm watching, the brightness on it, maybe it's navy or something. I don't know, but I think it's probably they're both black.
No, they definitely would dress in black, both of them. Yeah.
He's got a good head of hair, though, Charles Bronson.
Yeah, he always did, right up until the end. He always had a good head of hair.
That happens though with older folks. Like you know, some people they just like the whole like my dad, for example.
Of course, he's got to show off his awesome physique. His muscles.
Yeah. Even my dad's 92, and he has all his hair, and he's all no bother whatsoever. I guess it just some people are just lucky that way.
Yeah.
But Bronson, he has a range of different styles, but I think this kind of look suits him the most.
Yeah, kind of like the longerish hair, like the kind of shaggy hair. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Had the same kind of head of hair in the Mechanic as well. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
As well, which was the next film after this. Yeah. Well, obviously with the tash as well, the iconic Bronson tash. It doesn't quite connect in the middle. Yeah.
What's it called? The fulcrum? Fulcrum?
I have no idea.
I think that's what it's called. The bit there in the bit of your where it two folds. I think that's your fulcrum.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I don't suit a moustache, but I can't remember a time now where I haven't had a beard. And the thing is, it's going. And most of my friends, I'm at the age. Most of my friends are sort of the bits where I'm white around there. They've kind of powdered theirs and made theirs. But I'm not doing that. I've made a decision. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna age
gracefully. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say gracefully, and then I stopped. I stopped myself.
Well, you call me an expert, so I'm gonna call you agent gracefully. No worries.
Okay. Thanks, mate. Philtrum. Yeah, fulcrum's different. Yeah, philtrum. I knew it was like an sound at the end. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, doctor. Yeah. It filters your trum. What's fulcrum then? Where have I got that from? It's probably something horrendous. It's probably something that I'll get arrested for Googling.
Definitely don't ask me. I'm not the native English speaker here, so.
Well, I don't. Well, from the sound of it, I don't think I am either. So a fulcrum is a fixed pivot point which levers pivot around. It's definitely not that. Definitely, but philtrum, which obviously sounds a bit like it, is described as the vertical indentation between your nose and upper lip. The area is a key focus in medical aesthetics. In the UK, specialists use strategic fillers or lip lift surgery to reshape this groove and shorten the space below the nose and give the upper lip a natural lifted pout. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'll do that.
A little nip and tuck, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be like this. Yeah. Falling off a horse sounds awful. Has it given? If you type just the number one into the chat, Don, if you
it's just gotta be the number, right? Yeah.
Then the only reason I'm saying that, Don, is so that it's not just me and Jeff who have done it.
Yeah, I like that main theme there. It's It's like let's go on an adventure. It kind of I like that sound.
There we go. You're winning. Oh no, I'm winning now. I was just thinking about East meets West as well. Seven Golden Vampires is a really beautiful film to look at. The colors and everything. Strangely, the colors of it kind of match the colors in Suspiria a little bit.
Ooh.
I really do like Seven Golden Vampires, and I managed to get the soundtrack to it on vinyl for 25p.
Ooh, that's a bargain.
From like a charity shop. It's not in great condition, but I'm like, where can you get an original soundtrack from a Hammer film? I don't know. I know most people don't like Seven Golden Vampires, but I do have a soft spot for it. Obviously, Christopher Lee decided he didn't even want to have anything to do with it. But I quite like it. The music's good, the lighting's good. Some of the crazy sort of colours of the vampires when they're all being killed and everything. It's just really interesting. It just got me thinking about that with this being East meets West. And I know we talked about I do like that kind of odd couple East meets West sort of thing. I mean, I don't remember if I liked Shanghai Noon that much. I guess Rush Hour would count as East meets West as well, but just not a cowboy one. I like Rush Hour. I remember really liking Rush Hour as a kid or teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember really liking Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights, a sequel as well.
Oh yeah, shit! Yeah. I'd forgot there was a sequel.
Yeah.
Shanghai Nights. Wow. That's my one impression done for the evening.
Of Owen Wilson, yeah.
Yeah,
wow. I do a different guy who does an iconic wow. It's Christopher Walken. He always does like that. Wow.
I thought you were going to do Joey Lawrence. You won't know. You won't even remember Joe. Whoa, whoa. From Blossom. Anybody watch Blossom? No. I don't even know if you were born when Blossom came out. Was on TV.
Oh, it's not that I was born when this film came out.
Yeah, true. But the likelihood of you choosing to watch Blossom, unless you only had a couple of channels to choose from.
Yeah, no. When I was growing up, we already had like a multitude of different channels.
It wasn't like you had to watch. Like, not that I had. Like, I was sat down and they did a Clockwork Orange on me and made me watch Blossom.
That'd be horrible. Yeah.
But there was always like, it was the programs that were on at 6 o'clock, which the only other channels, the 4 channels that we had, the 2 of them were news. So you had like whatever was on BBC Two, which was like a quiz, or if I could squeeze over to Channel 4, there would be an American sitcom at 6 o'clock, and it'd usually be like Happy Days or Blossom or there was one.
I do know Happy Days.
Yeah, Happy Days is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, sit on it, Ralph.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Man, it's good. I've been watching a few Ron Howard films. He did 2 car-based films. One he directed and one he was in with Roger Corman. Eat My Dust. I don't know if you've heard of that one, Eat My Dust.
Oh, yeah?
It's a fun film if you like your kind of cannonball runny kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do like the Roger Corman stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm doing my Roger Corman watches. I'm trying to watch as many Roger Corman films as I possibly can. And I've done a few already, mostly Vincent Price, Edgar Allan Poe ones, but I would like to do a few that are a bit more like either in space or a bit shitter, like a bit.
Yeah.
So feel free to choose a Roger Corman film, and we can watch that whenever you want.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Where is Christina?
You've got enough to choose from.
Yeah,
and I'm doing ones that he's produced as well. So you've only got about 5,000 to choose.
Yeah, it's quite a selection.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that he's here in this brothel because he kind of looks like he's in his dressing gown already. He's a bit of a Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
He's not going to take his sword off.
And here we have at 57 minutes ish, we have the first introduction of Ursula Andress in this film. So we had to wait for her, but here she is.
Yeah. What's she reading?
She's like second bill, but you got to wait for her. So yeah.
Yeah. There's a weird moment where somebody disrobes and it cuts. I don't know if it's just my version, but it cuts like the instant she disrobes.
Oh, the one that Toshiro Mifune ends up with.
Yeah, it's like in a few minutes.
I think that's a 10. That's on my print as well. It's like she disrobes and fades to black. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was just an Amazon Prime thing.
Well, have you got Ursula stripping later on in your print?
If I did, then I missed it. Which I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if I did.
That could maybe be cut then, because she definitely kind of disrobes for a bit, and you got a little bit of side boob and stuff. Yeah.
But we have got. I've got 57 minutes left at the moment. Let's see where you are.
Yeah, I'm at 58 minutes and 32 seconds. I can't see what's remaining.
Oh, okay.
The total runtime is 1 hour 54 minutes and 28.
Yeah,
seconds.
so I'm on just ticking over now to 59 minutes.
So. I think you're slightly because I'm at 58.50 right now. So.
Oh, okay.
It could be because of the different prints, but yeah.
Maybe like sometimes the different production logos,
different speeds. Maybe it's
retrospective.
Different frame rate, maybe.
Adding, yeah. Sometimes just like you get about 3 extra brand new companies added onto the to the front of films. So you watch
mine started with a Studio Canal thing, and then I had like a less Corona thing as well in the beginning.
I meant to say I love that font that they use at the beginning. I don't know what that's called, but I love that. It's got a kind of Eastern, and it's got a perfect like Eastern, but also Western calligraphy style. It's not like a Japanese calligraphy, straight calligraphy stuff. It's more a combination of the two. It's very clear, but it's just a really nice font. I love that. I love that when you see the writing over the background, like stuff is happening in the background. I always think that just works so well. She's got a lot of energy in this film.
Yeah, she's feisty.
Yeah. I felt sorry for her. She's getting pulled along, dragged along, and then slapped in the face. And
different times.
Different. No, I mean, I felt sorry
when the film was made and when the film was set, so that's a whole different thing as well.
Well, yeah, I just mean in terms of like as an actor, like the idea of turning up and just being slapped when you're like known for being one of the most beautiful women in the world. I bet you'd be hard pressed to find somebody now who would want to do that, unless the film was only about that, if you know what I mean.
Well, she did a lot of European films around this time as well, like Euro crimes and like thrillers and stuff, and like sex comedies. So I think she's been kind of around the block with being used in these films as like an object or kind of exploited.
Through
the middle. I think she got used to that in some way, I guess. Yeah. Because I think like a year or two after she did like this sex comedy in Italy, The Nurse, or The Sensuous Nurse.
Is it? Yeah. It's got Lola Brigida in it, and her brother is in this as well.
No, it's her. I think Luciana Paluzzi in it as well from Thunderbolt. So there's 2 Bond girls for the price of 1 in there, in that one.
Because I noticed that in this you've got Guido Lollobrigida, who was in Operation Kid Brother.
Okay, Connery. Yeah.
yeah. Which is such a fun, terrible film. And we should do that one. And he's the cousin of Gina Lollobrigida.
Yeah, he's done a few spaghetti westerns. He's definitely one that I'm familiar with. Yeah.
I think there's 4 in that
Gina
family.
herself is in the spaghetti western as well.
Yeah, she's in a lot.
Not a good one though, but where is that? Here it is. Yeah, that's with the great Lee Van Cleef though, but and James Mason again. We mentioned him earlier. Yeah.
At the front, who's that? I can't quite see, but the person right at the front, who's that?
Lee Van Cleef. You got Gianni.
That looks like a. Do you know that? Yeah. The Lee Van Cleef on that picture, the drawing, it looks a bit like Lawn Green, or a little bit like Terence Stamp.
Oh, Metallo is the German title for that, by the way. That's known as Bad Man's River, and bad is definitely what it is. It's not a good film, but I'm a spaghetti western kind of purist completionist, so I gotta have it for the collection somewhere. So.
Look at him all sweating here. His shirt at the front, he's all sweating. I bet they're happy to have a bath.
I like this bit here where he throws the knife.
Oh, he throws the knife. Yeah, he's like, boy, yeah. This is probably the broadest physical comedy facial expression you'll see Charles Bronson ever do. Like, whoa.
It's still more than Seagal, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he's got some sort of chops compared to Seagal.
Definitely.
The Emerjo priest.
Yeah, and this is the bit coming up where you were like, yeah, it's like she disrobed for a second and then cuts to black.
Yeah. Story of my life. Just one sec.
Guess the things are getting interesting, yeah. Yeah, like immediately fades to black, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's a great desert in Spain, Almeria, Spain. It's still there. It's still all there. I want to go there someday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know, it's funny.
It's like in the southern part of Spain. It's like way down the south. Like if you go any further down south, you'll be in the ocean. That's how south it is in Spain. But It's it's all there. The desert.
Well, it depends on how good she is.
Oh, sleeps with his gun under his pillow. I know why that is, though. That's
Just
in
like
case.
Bond.
Yeah. So, well, I thought it was so that the gun fairy will come and give you like an even bigger gun or some money in the line.
Oh yeah, I should add the western towns that they built way back then for spaghetti. They're all still there as well in Spain. So they got these like, the saloons and all that. The main street, it's still all there. It's kind of like a theme park nowadays, but yeah, you can visit it.
They're like the Spawn Ranch.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I think they've got like mini Hollywood in Almeria, Spain. That's
Maybe you'll turn up to see, your old friend, and there'll be the whole Manson family will be there. You'll have to fight them all.
Yeah, I love that scene with Bruce Dern and Brad Pitt. It's like,
yeah,
I just told you I was fucking blind. How do I know the color of the hair of the girl that's with me? Yeah.
So good. So good. I'm kind of anxious about the new film, the David Fincher take on
one.
it. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious about it only because I've read the book, which extends the world a bit.
The paperback and the hardback. It's a great book.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like, and you probably no surprise, and you could probably guess what I don't like, is the dogfighting stuff.
Yeah,
'cause that really upsets me. But the rest of it is great. And for Christmas, I got the big Once Upon a Time in Hollywood big yellow book with all the stuff behind the scenes and all the stuff with Tarantino.
Oh yeah, the hardback. Yeah, the kind of yeah.
Oh, it's so interesting. It's really, really good. Oh, there we go. Just wiping his sword off on his body.
Oh, that's a great stun right there, tumbling over from the that's cool.
Yeah. Whee! Plop. Oh, he hits the chandelier on the way down. I don't know if that was planned for.
The stunts in these films are amazing. Like the spaghetti, these Italian stunt people, they really went for it. They really went into it.
I can't imagine that you would plan to go over and just graze the chandelier. I imagine that was just the way it went.
Pretty much, I think. Yeah.
So can you do that again?
He's on screen. Let's see. I think it's coming up here. Yeah, the guy hiding behind the little paneling of wood there, throwing his gun out. That's another Bond connection. We're going to see him in a close-up here in a second. But that's actor Anthony Dawson, who was Professor Dent in Dr. No, and he was the uncredited body of Blofeld in From Russia with Love and Thunderball.
Oh.
And he was also in Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder. He's the guy who actually gets hired to do Grace Kelly in, but kind of botches up the job, obviously. For spoilers, so those haven't seen the film, but
it's been out a while.
Yeah, no, there he is on a horse with a little red vest. That's Anthony Dawson, another Bond connection, and he's been in tons of films.
So the subtitles I've got here are everything that she's saying that's muffled. I'm getting the words of what she's saying. It's quite interesting. And then it's
I have no subtitles on mine. I got to do a little lip reading, but
yeah, she said. She was like, "Yeah, let me go, you son of a bitch." But then it was like mumbles indistinctly. But then he tells you what she says anyway. I was just going to ask you as well. Were you a fan of Deadwood?
The series. Yeah. I didn't watch all the way. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch all of it. But what I've seen so far, I'm definitely gonna at some point watch all of it. But yeah.
Well, when you get to the movie, we'll watch that if you want, because what I realised was I was a massive fan of it. Had the box set, watched the whole thing, loved it, watched it as it was released, like so into it. I bought the film and then just never watched it when they did the kind of catch, because it's like an anniversary film where they're all kind of going back to the town to celebrate the centenary of how long it's been around for, like 10 years or something like that. Not centenary, but you know what I mean, anniversary. And it's I'd realised the other day I hadn't watched it, and I was like, it's just been sat there. And I was like, how strange for something that I love so much. But I do that a lot. I get like 7/8 into something and then stop. It's just people must think I'm bonkers. Like, don't watch the last episode. Or like, don't watch the last episode. of something. Like Stranger Things, didn't watch the last episode. Didn't watch the last episode of The Wire. Didn't watch the last episode of Dexter. Didn't watch the last episode. Loads of things I just don't. Maybe it's because I don't want them to end.
Of Dexter, of the original series, or the series that came after that, or the series that came after? Because there's a few endings for Dexter.
Just the original one. Yeah,
okay. Well, you might be better off with that one. I've seen all there is to see about Dexter, so it's trust me.
The only one I've seen the only one I've seen the last episode of out of those kind of golden era of drama on TV was The Sopranos.
Oh yes, don't stop, Billy.
Oh yeah. Don't stop. Yeah, so good.
Oh yeah,
it's a brilliant ending.
Spoilers for The Sopranos, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen it.
Oh, spoilers over here.
I got some fucking spoilers over here.
Oh,
whatever happened to the fucking strong Cheyenne type?
I like it when
I love Tony Soprano and James Gandolfini, legend. He was so awesome.
Do you know what's really weird? On my social media at the moment, nearly every other thing that I flick to is a clip from The Sopranos, and I think I feel like maybe what I'm doing is it's like a self-fulfilling thing. So that I'll sit and watch the full minute of it, and then my algorithm's going, "Oh, he really likes this. I'll give him some more."
Yeah.
So I feel like I have done a bit of a rewatch, but just completely out of order.
Oh yeah, I've watched it again recently. The full series. I did another big rewatch over a couple of months ago. It's probably my favorite show of all time.
I think it's probably arguably the best drama ever put on TV. It's the 4K is coming out as well, isn't it? So
yes, that gives me no reason to revisit it.
Yeah. I might wait until that and then get it, because I had it on VHS, and then I had it on DVD, and then I had it on Blu-ray. And now I have it on none of those things, because I had my big cull where I got rid of everything. This might be one where I do. I just think it's just perfect. It's just so good.
Yeah.
I even remember getting the soundtrack for Christmas, and like
woke up this morning, got yourself a gun.
Yeah. So good. And the other songs, like the songs that end episodes, are incredible as well.
Yeah, there's some amazing ones.
Yeah, like the Stones and Springsteen and Bob Dylan and Van Morrison, and just really great stuff at the end. And some off-center ones that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
This is so good, this snowy bit. I love the way this looks. Yeah. She looks really striking in the snow, and so does he, because he's black, because he's wearing that all black.
Yes, it's a nice contrast of colors.
Well, it's not all black, is it? I think that his hat is
kind of like brownish, the jacket.
Yeah, I like that. I like that jacket though. That's a cool jacket because it's got like the fur on it, and this is really funny as well.
Yeah,
he kind of steps out and is it his Mawashi? Is it called a Mawashi?
That diapery thing. I don't know what's called.
Yeah, I think it's called a Mawashi. I think.
Okay.
But when he's like, you can't really stand there and be really serious and demonstrative and be taken seriously.
Yeah, but he pulls it off.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many others could. I definitely couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Hey, it's Larry. We've had all three people from 3BB here. We've got Larry and Don and me. Amazing. Whoa, he nearly slipped then as well when he went over.
My clothes.
Yeah, I was just watching The Abominable Snowman, the Hammer film, earlier on, and where you don't see very much. It's very very much in the Jaws Jaws school. We don't see as much as you see in Jaws, to be fair. But I just love snowy stuff.
Yeah,
it's so good.
So do I.
There's a really rubbish Rock Hudson film where there's like some sort of Yeti in a ski lodge, near a ski lodge. And I must have seen that on Mystery Science Theatre. Larry might know which one it is. I've seen that so many times. It's rubbish, but I just love it.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of films set in snow or in wintry settings. I just love the whole visual aesthetic of
Yeah.
it. And especially
I was speaking of-
if it's an action film, whatever, and there's blood in the snow, the red on the white, it just
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, you've got Fargo. You've got you've got
Yeah.
the Joe Nesbo one that does that as well. With
Yeah.
can't think what it's called off the top of my head. But then you've got obviously got Pine Barren's episode of Sopranos. They were going back to
That
Sopranos.
is my favorite Sopranos
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. He's an interior decorator.
He's an interior decorator. You're not gonna believe
Yeah.
he's an interior decorator.
His house looked like shit.
Watch it, Chrissy.
Catnado. No way.
Catnado.
Catnado. Well, if anybody is watching cat related films and I would trust their judgment, then it's Larry.
Yeah. He's the cat dad, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Big Daddy Cat.
Oh yeah, they're the outlaw. There you go. Yeah. Hey, Mike. Of course, I'll be remiss if I didn't
in the
mention
snow.
my favorite, The Great Silence, which is a spaghetti western set in the snow. It's
Oh,
very bleak, very dark, and in the snow, it's amazing. Yeah.
You'll have to remind. Can you remind me of that? I want to check that out. That sounds
Definitely.
awesome.
I might even have a spare copy for it because I got the most recent release, and I still got a few of the older ones. So yeah.
That sounds. Tell me a little bit about that.
So The Great Silence. Hang on. Let me pull out my most recent edition of that. If I can do that safely without anything knocking over. Stay.
The Great Silence.
Yeah, so here it is.
1968, is that the one?
68 by Sergio Corbucci, the director of Django. It stars Jean-Louis Trintignant, a French actor, Klaus Kinski, and
bonkers.
Blaxploitation actress Vanessa McGee is in it in one of her first roles. It's yeah. That's one I definitely recommend.
And Larry's right. Obviously, The Thing, Empire Strikes Back, snowy
The
goodness.
Thing, yeah, I got the poster of that right behind me. Yeah, The Thing, yeah.
Lots of snowy goodness there.
And it's my favorite Great Silence. That is my favorite spaghetti western that is not directed by Sergio Leone. In other words, it's just pretty much the best if we take out the good, the bad, and the ugly, and Once Upon a Time in the West, pretty much. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Mike is saying he agrees. Top 5 spaghetti for sure.
Yeah.
They all die in the same way.
And the best thing to do for it, Matt, is just go in blind. Don't get anything spoiled because it kind of does have like kind of one of those big like shocking kind of endings. So it's better to go in as blind as possible.
Well, you know me, I'm as blind as a bat. Alien versus Predator film. Snowy.
Yeah. That does have snow. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of films where there's like an ice planet as well, but I can't. There's got to be something. I've got a bit dark now. I've got a couple of lights on, but I feel like I've got
Yeah, I've got my full studio lighting, got my ring light, some other secondary lights. I'm like fully. Yeah.
Is that better? Well, you can't see me, but yeah, it's definitely better if you can't see me.
Well, the room is much more brighter now, I should say. But yeah.
It's not better because my beautiful face isn't in shot.
And now we can see the awesome stuff you got on the shelf behind you there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Kentucky Fried Movie poster. I've got there some Troll 2 memorabilia for the short film that I've made, and the Castle. I managed to get something that I always wanted when I was a kid. I've bought, clean, fixed, and made a Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which I couldn't afford as a youngster, so I bought it. This one, it was only 20 quid, and then I bought the stickers and backed it on the cardboard, and all the stuff inside is pretty fixed now. I bought that separately. I've just got the flag that I need to put up that I've got the sticker for, but I haven't had time to put that up yet. And it's got, if you look around the top there's a little count bin face.
Oh yeah, son of a gun, there he is.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be a member of Parliament soon in the UK. We're all rooting for Count Binface over here. Potentially, hopefully Prime Minister would be good as well. Yeah, Ice Pirates, yeah. What's the one that I always think of alongside Ice Pirates, where they're all trying to get water? Solar Babies, that's the other one. I always think of Ice Pirates and Solar Babies. I always think of them together. Solar Babies, George Romero? No, maybe. I'm not sure.
Is it?
There's a George Romero one that's similar, but I can't remember. Solar Babies. Is it? No, it's not. Solar Babies isn't George Romero, is it? What's going on with my brain? There's like 3 films that I think of at the same time. It's like Solar Babies, Ice Pie. Basically, groups of kids that are all like, post-apocalyptic kid films.
Oh.
Jason Patrick's in this one. No, it's not. Solar Babies isn't it? So which one am I thinking of where George Romero's? Maybe I'm thinking of the one Night Riders I'm thinking of.
Ah, yeah.
I'm thinking of Night Riders. They're all kind of like high concept groups of people in an alternate sort of post-apocalyptic-y, Mad Maxy kind of for kids things. You got Ice Pirates, Solar Babies. Solar Babies is basically like everyone's after water. Ice Pirates, I can't remember what happens in Ice Pirates, but I know it was a similar sort of vibe. And then obviously in Night Riders, they're like, it's a weird Renaissance future. It's just so weird. We don't make films like that anymore, like really like studio films that are like quite high concept that aren't from an like a franchise or anything. It's just like, oh yeah, we're going to make a film and everyone's on rollerblades, and in the future everyone's on rollerblades. And like, oh okay, cool, yeah, we'll do that. Forever the rollerblades. Yeah.
Oh, this is for Ursula Andress. Yeah,
that's her name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, she becomes Ursula Andress now for. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, again, I don't know if you have that in your print, but yeah.
No, I do. I for some reason I missed it earlier on. I reckon, and I don't know. This is just my summation based upon nothing, no science whatsoever. I feel like she might be quite an intelligent person.
Ooh. Well, I've seen a few interviews, but mostly about Dr. No on like the Bond DVDs and Blu-rays, the special features she's interviewed and stuff. That's the only kind of like real her interviews that I've seen. So
I wonder if she's got like
she seems pretty intelligent, yeah.
Just because she's got a big head, and I think like big head is big brain, you know. Because I have a big head, you see, so I think I've got I'll see. I'll find out what her education is. I'll do a bit of research.
Well, they got some good schools in Switzerland, so I wouldn't be surprised actually.
That's right. Yeah, she knows all about Toblerone and clocks. And she speaks English, French, German, and Italian.
Yeah, she's multilingual. Yeah.
She studied art, painting, and sculpture and dance in Paris. And then Rome. Oh, then she became a model and actress, so she didn't do any more formal education. I was just wondering if she was going to be one of these people who's like, and then she went and did like a PhD in brain surgery or something.
Yeah, like Dolph Lundgren being a chemical engineer before he turned into a muscle-bound action star. Yeah.
Well, that ties in. He's got a big head too.
Yeah. Well, he's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like his head is big and square. Big enough for a big brain, you know. He's not got a tiny little round head, has he?
Here's the moment we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so good. It's so clever. Well, it's not clever.
It's just you go for the gun, so the gun is unloaded. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shorthand, isn't it? It's shorthand that tells you everything loads about his character and enough about her as well, all without loads of exposition about their past lives that we don't really care about.
Yeah, that's the beauty about cinema. It's like you have this visual, storytelling. I mean, obviously, if you were to write this in a book or whatever, you would have to kind of like give a little backstory in the book. You got to, but in a film, it's like visual. You don't really need all that backstory. You can just display it in.
That's a really good point. Yeah, and that's the beauty of film, and that's why sometimes you watch modern films now, and everything is spelled out And the film is like 2.5 hours long, and a lot of that spelling out is like because they think they have to remind you every 15 minutes because people's attention spans are so poor. It's like, so this guy's a baddie because of the bad thing that he did 15 years ago, and here's a little flashback, and here's him talking about.
They would do that nowadays. True. It's
We don't need that. Like just
show
us,
visual shorthand reference. That's all you need really.
Yeah. I mean, it is literally
it's a visual medium. It's all right there.
Well, exactly. I mean, yes, of course, dialogue is really important, but economy of dialogue is really important too. And like, it's the first thing you teach kids is like show, don't tell. It's like the first thing you teach them when you're trying to get them to write something good.
Yeah.
She looks like a 70s hippie in that with that
with the fur coat,
yeah. She's like, "Hey guys,
stylish.
wait up!" Yeah. She looks like Mick Jagger would wear that. Like he'd be like, "Hey, do you like my jacket?" Hey Stacey, thanks for the vote. Another one for actor. You know, before when he pushed him down the hill. He could have had some really serious injuries.
Yeah, when they were both tumbling down the hill as well. I think that was actually them. There were some stunt guys because they kind of do it in one shot, and when they land, Bronson and Mifune get up. It's like, that was actually them doing a little.
Well, it's funny because
the hill. Yeah.
I was thinking about stunts a little because I was telling you about that film Nirvana, the movie, the band, the movie. There's a bit where they go back in time and he falls out of the truck that's basically like their DeLorean, and he falls and he bangs and he goes, my ass, like, but the reason he does that is because it's filmed a bit. Some of it is real, like, and the people around it don't know that they're making a film, and he did literally fall out and bang his backside on the floor. The thing is, though, then later on when they're redoing it, like as in Back to the Future, where you're going over things and doing them again, he has to fall and do it again. And so it's in the film about 3 times him bumping his backside. And then I looked on the IMDb trivia, and it's like he really did hurt himself. Got a question here for you, Jeff, in your role as an enthusiast.
I guess that means... favorite Bronson films, then? Yeah.
It's saved as Enthusiast now, by the way.
Awesome. I guess that means like 4 favorite, because Mount Rushmore was 4, right? 4 favorite Bronson films. Once Upon a Time in the West.
Death Wish 5, 4.
No, my favorite Death Wish is the second one, actually. Death Wish 2. The Mechanic, probably. Hard Times as well, yeah. I feel bad for leaving out Mr. Majestic. Let's swap Death Wish 2 with Mr. Majestic. I like Mr. Majestic a bit more. Yeah.
What's the musical one? Not Tie a Yellow Ribbon. What's it called? Not Carousel, is it?
Musical.
Bronson's in a musical, isn't he?
Not as far as I know.
Oh, am I getting mixed up?
Though.
Yeah, of course, I'm getting mixed up with Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
I was going to say, don't bring up Paint Your Wagon, touchy subject.
Get it painted real good.
Yeah.
Get it real good.
That was a one and done film for me. That one, it's that's going to be one in 20 years. I'm going to revisit. That's going to be like watching it for the first time, but I'm not going to like it more, I think. So.
You never know. You might have completely changed your.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that. So.
There's some films I watch now, and I think that would be a 4 or 5 star film for me when I was in my 20s. But it wouldn't be now. For example, like Weapons. Like I'd have thought if I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, I'd have thought that was like the coolest thing. In the same way as I thought Pulp Fiction was the coolest thing when I was that age. Like, not that I don't think that either of those films are bad, but what I'm saying is they kind of just talk to you more when you're. I don't know. There's certain types of films that kind of connect to you more when you're becoming film literate, and you see you're like, oh man, it's messing around with time, or and it's like the first time you've seen that, you know.
Well, yeah, with Pulp Fiction, I mean, John Travolta's dead, then he's alive. He's What's going
on?
Spoilers.
I was
Pulp Fiction.
I was lucky and I was unlucky enough to watch Plump Fiction recently.
Oh yeah.
It's how they could make such, because it's not a bad cast, but how they could make a film that doesn't even raise one smile, and as it's a parody film that doesn't seem to parody the film in any way.
Yeah.
Like some of it is just doing the things that are in the original film, but it just honestly,
we gotta talk about that little moment there, by the way, where she's tied by the neck by this little rope or whatever. And he says, don't cut her because you can cut her foot. Then he shoots it. Like, I'm pretty sure a bullet would be more dangerous than a sharp knife.
I did think that. I was like, that he must be the greatest marksman in the entire world to have done that and shoot that off. Yeah. And I thought
he's got like Deadeye from Red Dead Redemption, the Deadeye system where you can go in slow motion and kind of like very carefully aim. Yeah.
That's the only explanation, I think, as well. This is after she's had a real tough time of it, though. She's been dragged along.
Slapped by Bronson.
Yeah. Well, she's got a lot of like, it's almost like he's being nice to her, but he's still kind of like, come on, we're wasting time.
Yeah, it's an uneasy alliance, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, look,
I just found that very funny when I was watching it. I was like, okay, so we're not going to cut the thing that's holding her by the neck, but we're going to shoot it instead.
Yeah, surely that.
Physics usually, the way the physics work, a bullet goes through something, and in this case, it goes through a neck and stuff. But no, apparently not. So
I like how he goes and looks after her and stuff, whereas the other guy is going, oh, look, loads of horses. Free horses for everyone. You could just
get a horse could really fetch you a good price. So.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You could probably just be a horse thief and have a pretty good, income.
Until the bounty hunters are on your ass, but
well, true, yeah.
Yeah.
You just take their horses. Regulators mount up. Is it weird that you've got like I was just thinking about this earlier on, like how the like your 80s cowboy films and stuff, a lot of the soundtracks were quite rocky and like Young Guns 2, Bon Jovi and all that kind of stuff. It moved away. They still did have, some of them still did have like really good like epic scores and stuff, but 80s films were so influenced by the action films of like the Rocky films and things like that, having these big power ballads and stuff. That even went into quite a few cowboy films as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, 80s, the decade of the 80s was kind of sparse when it comes to westerns. They weren't really cranked out that much in the 80s, but when they were, I mean, like some of the big ones in the 80s, Pale Rider, that was 85. Silverado, that was 85. I'll
tell you what,
you got Young Guns,
Young Guns was just like a mind blower to me as a kid. I just absolutely loved it. So it was weird as well. Around that time, I was on holiday, and this lady gave me a video of like a VHS of Hang 'Em High. And I was like, wow, what a good film. I think I got One-Eyed Jacks as well at the same time, and I was like,
that's another great one. Yeah,
I'm a massive, as you know, I'm a massive like Brando fan, and that was weird that I kind of got those two, because I was not that I was working backwards, but definitely it reignited my interest in westerns once I saw Young Guns.
Yeah, for me, I always say this: the two films, because they played both back to back on one, very fateful late night television era. The two films that made me a Western fan: Fistful of Dollars and Open Range with Kevin Costner and Robert
Duvall. Open Range is good.
Those two played back to back on TV. I saw them I was a Western fan ever since. So
I had a friend who was a big fan of like Kevin Costner Western films like Dances with Wolves and Open Range, and
that's a great one.
he told me how great that was, and I think he was also the same person who lent me the modern 310 to Yuma.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't that Ben Foster in that?
Yeah, and Russell Crowe. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember around that time I would watch anything that Ben Foster was in. He had such a great run in little parts, like in things like there's the one where they go, him and Woody Harrelson, they go and tell people that their children have died. The Messenger, they tell people who've passed away in the army. That's a brilliant film. He's in Hell or High Water. Like Ben Foster, not underrated, because I guess he's won things and people know him. But he went through a really great run around like the sort of mid 2000s, 310 to Yuma being one of those.
Yeah.
Man, I just thought that guy was great. Yeah. Don't know where I'm going with that really, but yeah, I just kind of stood. Yeah, he was always like play kind of supporting characters in things, and he'd just stand out. Like he'd turn up in Freaks and Geeks, or he'd turn up in like a kind of teen movie, but he'd be doing something weird or strange or different.
Yeah,
really good. Liberty Heights is a good one he's in, but yeah, but that's a good one I recommend to people. The Messenger from 2009. I don't know if you've seen that. Woody Harrelson and Ben Foster.
Yeah, I might have seen it, but that should have been over a while ago. But it definitely rings a bell.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. What can I do for you? It was in the. Did they do a remake of The Mechanic? Jason Statham.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because he's in that as well, I think. But I haven't seen that. Jason Statham. Yeah, Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. Yeah.
Got a preference?
He always sounds slightly miffed, doesn't he? It's
yeah, Jason Statham. It's really strange because
next time I deflate all your balls. Yeah.
He doesn't sound anything like he sounds from maybe Crank onwards, or with like in Lock, Stock, and certainly in Lock, Stock, his voice is a lot higher. And a lot more like bouncy Cockney, and then no, he's like that, but
he's just kind of mumbling,
yeah, it's really strange. But I can only say Jason Statham saying his own name, but people don't tend to say their own name very much. But yeah, hey Savoy, yeah, you're right.
Hey Dave,
I did think that there would be.
Didn't they announce that like a while back that we're doing a third one, or am I misremembering?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, there's lore and legend, and there's the problem is like some of those people that I'd love to see in it again is just a nostalgia fest. They're obviously all dead in the film. You know, like everyone gets killed.
Spoilers.
Yeah, they all die. Yeah. Cowboy films and they all die. What a surprise!
Oh yeah, where have we seen that before? Yeah.
So could you go older, younger? It may be like a dying Billy the Kid, but then again, they kind of did that a bit in the second one, but like a really old. Because what they could do is that that whatever's happened, they can kind of retrofit it. That he escapes, he gets away because he's always elusive. And he changes his name and he goes somewhere else and blah, blah, blah. Because it's a bit, you could almost do like a Bubba Hotep of it, where you've got like this old folks home with like a kind of Elvis and like a kind of the Billy the Kid is like a really, really old one.
Oh,
and and nobody would even believe it if he said he was Billy the Kid. They just think he was. But then something happens where he has to get back on the horse one more time. Almost do like a straight story and get from somewhere to somewhere else really really slowly. But again, that wouldn't be kind of in keeping with the pop aesthetic of Young Guns.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a proper epic serious film. It's like a popcorn good lines and fun stuff and energy, it would be a bit depressing. Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, it would definitely be a bit more grittier, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, Young Guns 2 better than Young Guns. Oh, I don't know. I don't agree. But hey, it's okay. Red Dead Redemption Revolver. Ooh. There's loads of good like cowboy games though, isn't there? Yeah. If you were making I think we may have mentioned this before, but like Red Dead Redemption, if you're making the first one of that, the first of the series into a film, who would you cast?
Yeah, I think they would be better off doing a mini series or something, because it's such a massive game where there's so much story there. I mean, it would need more than a 2-hour film, I think. So it would be a mini series. It would be tough. I mean, they really have to. It would be tough.
Yeah,
I think back in the old days, obviously, I would have said like Clint Eastwood would be perfect for John Marston, right? But obviously, Clint is retired and he's 96 now, so that's not going to happen. So
you've got to have very good stubble, I think, to play that character. And there's not a lot of stubbly. Well,
like even like 2 decades ago, maybe I would have said like Hugh Jackman, but even he's I think is a little too old now. But
yeah, that's a good one. Brad Pitt, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Pitt could be. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, the protagonist of Reddit, John Mars, he's kind of up there in age, so I guess having an actor in his 40s, 50s would make sense. So
just thinking of when we were talking earlier on about Jesse James. But yeah. Oh, we got another stunt person.
Attaboy, Dave.
Yeah. Quigley Down Under. Oh yeah. Saloon keeper. I would be the saloon keeper in the bar/brothel in Young Guns 2, because as a young man, I was very taken with those scenes.
Oh, I always go with the saloon keeper proprietor, if I can speak, in Unforgiven. The guy that gets the awesome death, like he spoilers for Unforgiven. If anybody hasn't seen that masterpiece, close your ears for a few seconds. No, when Morgan Freeman gets killed at the end, and he's kind of like put on display in front of the bar, and Clint Eastwood sees it and kind of gets pissed. He goes into the bar where Gene Hackman and all his cronies are, and he's like, "Who's the fella that owns this shithole?" And then the guy that actually owns the bar comes, is like, "Yeah, this is my establishment. Bought it from such and such in 18 such and such, whatever." And then Eastwood just, he has a double-barrel shotgun. He just bam shoots him. Gene Hackman's like, "Well, you just shot an unarmed man, you cowardly son of a bitch, whatever." And Eastwood is like, "He should have armed himself if he was going to decorate his saloon with my friend." Oh, I just love that. That's awesome. So I would like to be that saloon guy, just because he gets that awesome death and it provides Eastwood with the awesome line afterwards. So yeah.
So you wouldn't want to say too much, but you'd want a good death.
Yeah. I'll be a red shirt, get killed by Eastwood, whatever. Yeah, I'll be awesome.
Yeah. Maybe I'd be Al Swearingen from Deadwood. Swedgen. Oh, here we go. It's all happening now.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty action-packed finale right there. It's like
it's crazy.
Gunplay.
It's almost like the Warriors of a cowboy film. You've got all the different, very distinct groups of people.
Yeah.
All looking for
arrows.
Yeah. I just love the fact that Alain Delon is dressed like a French. You'd imagine a French person would be, like perfectly. His attire never.
He's supposed to be like a very prim and proper gentleman from the South. He's from New Orleans in this film, actually. So the character's supposed to be from New Orleans. So yeah,
that ties in. That's like Al saying to me during the World Cup. When he was talking about France the other day, and he said to me, we did really well. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you can't just once the USA go out suddenly because you're roughly from that area, you can't say that you're French. In the same way as I can't say I'm Irish just because my great granddad's. Blimey, it's getting quite windy.
Yeah.
The
Wind's
next thing
picking
they
up.
did was set fire to this cane.
So when they say set fire to this cane, is that sugar cane, do you think?
Jump a fire break.
Looks like it, yeah.
He loves getting his sword.
Field, yeah.
Any opportunity to get his sword out and start hacking things. Yeah. Oh dear. This is not good. Fire safe. But to be fair, this sort of thing does happen. Last year during a really dry period around here, down the side of the train tracks, I'm not sure whether it was just from the sun, but there was a massive fire down the side, and all the trains had to stop in like West Cumbria while we were. Yeah. But having said that, there's also idiots who have like barbecues on very dry. I don't know if you get that where you are, or if that's a uniquely stupid British thing.
Oh no, you have idiots everywhere. Don't worry, that's also there. Yeah.
They made it to your.
They're all over.
Yeah. Yeah, Back to the Future 3, obviously, yeah, we're talking about Westerns. I don't dislike it. I think that I just have a lot of love for the second one, because
the second one is good. Second one's really
it's just
good,
so creative, and like as a kid, you're like drawn to all of the special effects and the mad stuff that happens. And whereas in the cowboy one, it's great and it's a really good film, but it feels like it's slower because you've got the train and things like that. But I mean, you need it and it works fine and it's a great film. But I'd be surprised if people like, people I'd be surprised if people like really had like angry feelings towards Back to the Future 3.
It's usually regarded as like a perfect trilogy, like where each installment is just superb. It's So I don't maybe people have it as the lesser one of the three, maybe, but it's still part of the big three. It's
Bad Girls Western, you like Bad Girls?
Bad Girls.
Is that the not Sharon Stone one? Is it? No. There's one with Sharon Stone.
Yeah, that's a Quick and a Dead with Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, DiCaprio.
Oh, is it the one with Drew Barrymore in it? Bad Girls.
Is it?
I think so. Andy McDowell. I might have seen that once. I just remember Dirty Steve's in it. Dermot Mulroney's in it from Young Guns. I remember that.
I know Bandidas with Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz. I know that one. Yeah, quite a team up.
yeah, quite a pair.
Yeah, indeed. Two of them.
Just like me and you. Might say the same thing about us, actually. Yeah, that's the one. Kill him. I love that. Kill him.
Oh yeah, and this is pretty bloody actually for 1971. Yeah.
It is.
I don't know what the age rating in the UK is, but this is like a 12 in Germany. I'm like shocked. It should be like a 16 or whatever. But yeah.
It doesn't say on my thing. Oh, I've just pressed stop. What a fool I am. 6 minutes to go. Well, you can catch me up now. It's a 15.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the weird thing is, I just looked and it said it's a HDR, high res, whatever version, and I was like, it was awful to look at earlier on when I watched it on my 4K telly. I tell you what, son. Goddamn, son.
This is pretty,
Some good shooting going on here as well under the arm. You always want to do that if you're in a cowboy film. You're like, can I not just do one where I shoot under my arm? You'd feel like you missed your chance.
Yeah, I know. You got to do the from the hip. Yeah.
Bastard, stupid bastard. I love that he's not just a bastard. He's a stupid.
He's a stupid bastard.
Yeah. He's an idiot. He's got no brains. And then he was like, yeah, she said it, stupid. Like a little bit of banter at the end. It was like, she's not wrong.
You're wrong. Great need.
You're right, great need. You know when he gets the thing out of him there, and he gets the so tender when he just touches the side of his face and takes the schmush.
Yeah.
I think he'd only do that if that was somebody he knew in real life who was comfortable with.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the kind of actor where he'd show that sort of tenderness to somebody. He wouldn't be able to show that he liked them if he didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Bronson would have had a lot of respect for Toshiro Mifune. Yeah, again, given his his previous films, his career, he's a legend.
Here, I'll do it.
There's another film coming out on 4K that I might actually. Speaking of 4K films, I get one of my favorites is Manhunter. They're doing the 4K of that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. However, I've heard that it might be a little bit overcooked in the amount of extra stuff that they're twiddling about with it. Whereas I think it's pretty perfect as it is. It's like 100% the best Hannibal Lecter film that there's ever been done. But yeah, I might get that one. So Rampage by Freakin'. Generally amazed how few people even know it exists. So
which one is that?
Michael Biehn, is it? Is in that?
Rampage
Freakin'?
by Friedkin. That's a Friedkin film I'm definitely not familiar with. No.
So it's like I think it's like a killing. Well, yeah, it's a rampage. I think he goes on a rampage.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
I think Rampage Jackson's in that. No. Yeah, your Western rankings are very, very good. Yes. Enthusiast, Western enthusiast.
Hey,
so Al's. I was just talking about this Frenchman earlier on. This this guy from the streets of Paris. My grandmother was a huge Death Wish fan. Funny because she was almost nun-like. But who knows what she had under that nun's habit? She might.
But there were a couple of nuns randomly popping up in the first Death Wish film, so that could be something to do with it.
Yeah, true. Maybe she just really didn't like the giggler.
They killed the giggler, man. They killed the giggler.
She was like, fuck the giggler. Get on your horse.
Yeah, I do like that shot as he the pan away, he rides by and it's like the sword sticking in the little grave there.
Yeah. There was a moment with the sword where I couldn't quite work out what was going on. I thought it was on like a zip line or something.
Oh, that's like the very last shot of the sword hanging by the the telegraph wire or whatever. Yeah.
It's a spotty horse. That's a bit of a Dalmatian of the horse world. 101 horses.
Yeah, isn't that like an Appaloosa horse or whatever it's called?
Oh, it could be. That sounds about right.
If anybody knows anything about horses, let us know.
My dad used to have a farm, but I've never really spoke to him about it very much. The horse is doing little chip trops.
I noticed that earlier. It's
trippy clop. Yeah, a little trippy clop, little dance.
Dancing and prancing, yeah.
Oh.
And here's the final shot. The sword hanging by the
The train pulls in. There we go. There's your sword.
Yeah, he made good on his promise. He got the sword back. So yeah.
While we're talking to underseen or underappreciated westerns, what's the one with Ed Harris from the mid 2000s? Oh my word, Appaloosa.
Yeah, that's also called Appaloosa, coincidentally.
Yeah, there's Appaloosa with Brando as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler. Like mum like the child play films. Yeah, man. And here we are back with that amazing font to finish off.
Yeah,
with.
it's like again a great color scheme, red on black, which it's the color scheme in my room. Yeah, red walls, black walls. Yeah.
I've got an idea for a film that's kind of half live action, half animated, rotoscoped, a bit like the Bakshi films. And I want to do the thing where the writing is like handwritten on the thing, and you see the scenery on the background like that, like the beginning of this film.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey, who are you calling an Appaloosa? I knew that it'd be trouble when Al turned up. There always is with these French guys. They come around causing problems, winning the World Cup. Well, sorry, I'm predicting for the future, but we all know it's going to happen. Sadly, it is. It's bound to happen. There you go. You can go and put the guys. If you're gambling people, you can go and put money on France, because if you're watching this in the future, I've already told you that they're going to win the World Cup. Well,
people are watching this in the future can tell us. So that's.
If I was right, yeah.
That's positive. Yeah.
I'm
sure they will. They love correcting people.
Yeah, that's true. At the moment, Viva la France. Oh my word. Isn't Viva Spanish? Oh, Vive. Okay. Oh, Viva.
Viva la Revolution.
Power to the people. The people's
exactly.
the People's Party of Bronson. Well, before we go, what have you got coming up on the channel? And let's hear about it. What's going on?
Not much on the channel as of yet. I've been slacking on content because I've been working on a book that I've done some writing on.
Nice.
So it's now finished. Hoping to get it out next month on Amazon and other platforms.
Oh wow! I'll share that out for sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell us what it is, or are you going to reveal it in a video or something?
Yeah, no, I did a live stream once I finished everything. Once I typed the 2 magic words at the end called the end, Finn, all that stuff. Once I actually wrote the first rap, I did a stream of announcing it. It's called Streets of Judgment. It's a fiction novel, obviously. An action thriller / a little bit maybe mystery romance definitely in there. Set on the gritty streets of New Orleans, coincidentally. It's a 300-page novel, and it's a story of Charlie Decker, former Afghan Green Beret, war veteran, now turned private security, dealing with PTSD, insomnia, and he finds finally some romance in the form of a girl called Jill Rhodes, and things are going good, but then he has to battle some gangsters. So it's crime in there, mystery, thriller, romance. Like I said, it's got everything.
Oh man, well, if you're up for it, we should do like a full interview, chatting about it and promoting it, and get it on the. When I do some of my interviews, and get you on there, and if that's okay.
Sure, we can definitely set that. Patrick has already expressed interest in interviewing me about it as well, so that'd be awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Oh, good stuff. I'd be more than happy to, and if, at the very least, share it out and make sure people get to see it. It's mad. I've had a big period of time in the couple of months where I've not been able to go on YouTube as much as I would normally do, and so I've missed a lot. But yeah, that's really exciting. I'm really interested to really interested to see that. So I'm
excited for it to be available and see what people think.
Totally, man. Oh, that's really cool.
Just waiting for the copyright to come through. I did the last polish on, made sure everything is grammatically correct and all that. So I did all that, just waiting for the copyright to come through. So
yeah. Oh, that sounds really, really cool.
And I set up an ISBN as well, because for books you gotta get ISBNs, like social security numbers for books. It's like you gotta get one for the ebook, you gotta get one for the paperback, but you gotta pay for it. So
yeah.
So I gotta do that too. But other than that, it's all finished. Yeah.
Oh, it's really exciting. Really exciting. Congratulations on finishing it, and that's really cool. Little plug, if anybody's watching who is in the north of England, I'm doing a screening of my short documentary about Troll 2 and followed by the film Troll 2 and a little introduction from Darren, who's in the documentary, who plays Arnie in the film. He goes, "Oh my god, that guy!" It's going to be on the 8th of August in Wigan, and through the Wigan Cult Film Club, who are a great group of people, really, really cool people. It's free, free screening. I'm going to be taking donations for charity for Mind and Christie Cancer Trust, just like I do for all of the screenings that I've done. And I'm going to do a few screenings around the UK. And the day after the first screening, the actual documentary will be live on YouTube as well, for people to watch for free on the. So that'll be on the 9th. Yeah, that'll be on the 9th of August. So if people want to check that out, but if I will put the GoFundMe on as well on my channel, and hopefully if anyone can even just give a pound, a couple of pounds, whatever, if they watch the documentary, that would be really cool. There's another. And then I start my next documentary, which is going to be about The Room. That one, I've already got some cast and crew and super fans that I'm interviewing soon for that. So again, that will all go to charity as well. So if people are around the northwest of England, but I am doing some at the very, very top of England as well, and who knows, I might even go further afield.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that in case there's anybody watching on your channel who lives in that sort of area. Be very welcome.
Most of my audience is from the UK, so I'm sure there will be a few.
Well, they're very, very welcome. I've got a few of my friends who are coming who I went to university with, which will be nice. I've not seen them for a while. A few friends of family, and obviously the amazing Wigan Cult Film Club. They're all great guys, really, really nice guys. Tony is amazing.
Yeah.
Really nice fella. But what has been amazing has been watching Red Sun. I've watched it twice today, and I really enjoyed it. I learned so much more about it watching it with you, my friend, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Well, that's good. Yeah, definitely. Any other Bronson films, or like we were talking about earlier, the Roger Corman stuff, we can definitely set one of those up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much to everyone in the chat for adding to it as well, for adding so much flavor and color to what we've done. And you know, I'll mention everybody if you see their name up on the screen, like you've got Savoy and Old Movie Mike, Al Card, so many people. Go to their channels, give them a subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. Stacey there, Mike. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody out. This is where I go.
Yeah, we had both Mikes in there. Old Movie Mike, Mike's DVD Blu-ray, and we got Mike Barrett. A lot. Stacy.
We had
Larry.
We had Larry, Horrorcat Dead there.
Don was
Don, of course, the great Don. Don.
Stephen, TV Nash was here.
Yeah. We got 101 Bronson. He was there.
He was a handsome devil.
Yeah. Cold-hearted, handsome devil.
Sean McManus was here. Sean.
Yes. Oh, and Mr. Dan, of course, right at the beginning.
Dan.
Gave us a little bit of
words and pictures as well.
Yeah, words right at the beginning as well. Yeah. I think that's I think we covered everybody. If we didn't, then you are in our hearts.
That's everyone I have on my screen anyway. So
yeah, I think that was everybody. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or morning or wherever you are, whatever.
It's midnight for me.
Yeah.
It's 10 past midnight, so it's too late for 10 to midnight or 12 to midnight. So
10 past midnight, the new Robert Bronzy film. Yeah, and it's going to be in one called the I was trying to think of a job that's similar to a mechanic, but I can't think of anything. The Meccano maker. Yeah, he's also in Green Sun as well, which is a good film.
Green Sun. Yeah. Well, he did do a
space.
film Once Upon a Time in something. It was a play on obviously Once Upon a Time in the West, so it's
What was the one we watched? It was like 11 minutes to midnight or something.
Yeah, 12 to midnight. That's it. Yeah.
12 to midnight. Yeah.
Because Bronson at 10 to midnight. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like quarter to midnight.
One of his first ones was Death Kiss, obviously based on Death Wish. Yeah.
He should have done like Death Wishing Well, and it was like a
He should have done Life Wish.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll spitball some more ideas, and we'll come back with better ones next time. Next time we're less tired. But good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Peace.
Ciao.
Bye.